And KCAL rocks. It is Monday, and it's time for some sports and some craziness in sports that's going down. That's what we have. Our guy Pep,
Guess what I did this weekend, guys?
tell us.
I watched college football, like a real college football game.
There was a random bowl game like that appeared out of nowhere, right?
It was very strange that I was watching Deion Sanders as a high school football coach coaching his kid in college football. Craziness.
Oh my gosh, Patrick, I think we spent our Saturdays the same way. I watched that high school football game. In fact, I watched a couple of them. I watched that game. I watched a North Dakota high school football game, but I also watched Central Arkansas against Austin Peay Saturday night. Came down to like the final play. It was awesome.
I'm not going to lie. Saturday morning, I woke up to a text from a buddy of mine saying some insider information that PV was hit with COVID real hard and to go heavy on Central Arkansas.
COVID is something to be betting on. There's something to factor in this year.
Oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like, it's the quarterback, how's his ankle? The receiver, is he going to play? He's got the hamstring. And then also, who's got COVID on the team? Like, that will factor. Right? But it was awesome. We had college football on Saturday night. We had a wall-to-wall high school football on Saturday on the ESPN network. So, I was watching football all day Saturday. We had so many great games. I was excited for college football, and we've got a handful, not a lot, but we have more college football coming up this weekend as well. So there's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and then NFL just 14 days away. How weird does that sound?
Wow.
Yeah, what is it? September 10th. Kansas City hosting the Houston Texans to kick everything off. So tomorrow, September 1st, we go into the month of September, and then September 10th. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday, the NFL season is here.
I can't wait.
And the NFL made some headlines this morning with Leonard Fournette just getting straight up cut by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised on the timing of that, but there had been some rumors that, they were trying to maybe trade him or part ways with him. But here we are, like a week and a half away from the first game. And he's good. He's a great running back. Someone's going to scoop him up. I know that.
Apparently nobody wanted to trade for him. The head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars has come out saying we tried to trade him in the spring. We tried to trade him the last few weeks. We couldn't get a 6th round for him. We couldn't get a 7th round for him. We couldn't get anything for him. They had to cut him.
It seems there's a little bitterness there. I bet Fournette is probably like, fine, you're getting nothing. I'm going where I want.
Yeah, and the other big news, if you're a Chargers fan, Derwent James suffering a meniscus injury for the Chargers in practice, and he was
rough.
They were talking like this guy could be like an NFL Defensive Player of the Year kind of guy. Like, he's that special, and they're saying meniscus injury. It depends on what kind of treatment he's going to have for this or surgery. It could be a couple weeks. It could be a lot longer than a couple weeks.
It's sad to see Derwent James go down, but if in the city of LA, somebody who wears 23 and has James on the back of their jersey is going to get hurt, I'm voting for Derwent any day.
Sorry, unfortunately, it's going to have to be you, Derwent, but that's true in 2020.
Sorry, man.
With their routine being off, the ligaments are taking more of a beating, I think, and the COVID. It's a much different year.
That's such a great take, 40. I'm gonna have to steal that one. That's pretty good. we do have Lakers to get to, and LeBron James, little Dodger talk as well. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas, the gas professionals in the Inland Empire. 3 locations in Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana, and Riverside. So if you need gas, including that propane refill, make sure you go to Matheson Gas. Visit them online. That is mathesongas.com to check out all their services and products that they offer. And again, mathesongas.com. Gas, welding supplies, cooling supplies, all in one spot. That is Matheson Gas. So as we transition to the NBA playoffs, the Lakers and the Clippers both moving on to the playoffs. We'll start with the Lakers. They beat Portland 4-1. So now they'll get either Oklahoma City or Houston. We're just kind of holding on, but it looks like LeBron and Anthony Davis has kind of taken over. They've had monster games to get to the Lakers to the second round.
I mean, let's face it. Game 1 punched him in the mouth pretty good. I think it finally woke him up to be like, oh yeah, playoffs are here. We got to start playing hard now.
Maybe the best thing to happen to him.
Yeah, sometimes you do need a wake-up call, right? Especially coming off, this long layoff and maybe knock off a little bit of rust, and all of a sudden, they're dropping monster games, and it's like, well, if LeBron and AD are going to team up like this and just be this incredible 1-2 punch, who's going to stop them? And I think that's where the Clippers come into the picture if they see each other in the Western Finals.
I think we saw too with both the Lakers and the Clippers. It's not going to be quite the cakewalk into the Western Championships that we thought. I mean, this bubble is really kind of evening out a lot of these teams with shooters.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and look at the Clippers. Okay, so the Clippers beat Dallas. In fact, they won yesterday, 111-97. So they won that series 4-2 against the Mavericks. They're going to play either the Jazz or Nuggets, and I'll tell you what, man, Denver and Utah both look really good. Like the Clippers are going to have a battle in the next round.
Jamal Murray, and those guys are. Jamal Murray was going bananas, 50 points. This was like first time since Michael Jordan that someone's gone 40 straight points in like 3 straight games.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, and then you've got Donovan Mitchell for the Utah Jazz. I mean, they might not be household names, not like LeBron James or our guy Kawhi Leonard. They're not household names, but these guys are really good. Like Utah and Denver are both going to be really good. So whoever wins that series, Utah and Denver are tied at 3, but whoever wins that one will move on, and we'll take on the Clippers in the second round. Again, after Clippers finished off Dallas yesterday, Kawhi Leonard, we had 33 points, 14 rebounds. That's 5 straight playoff games with 30 points or more, man. Kawhi Leonard is going off in the bubble.
So we're kind of seeing LeBron and Kawhi doing what they do, the 2 best players in the league, I believe.
Well, it's like, you have those superstars, and you kind of like think of it like an MMA fight card. You have your main card with the guys, the big names that we're talking about, but this other series is that undercard fight that is just 2 guys that you've never heard of going at it.
Very good. True.
Yeah, still a good fight, right? Still a good fight.
Right.
But
you just don't quite know the fighters very well.
Exactly.
Like, with these teams, you don't know the teams very well, but they are matched up well.
Like I think I've heard of them, but Denver or Utah will emerge, and they'll be the underdog against the LA Clippers. So, but it will be a battle come that second round for the Clippers and maybe the Lakers. I don't know. Houston or Oklahoma City will be the opponent for the Lakers. I don't know. I have a feeling the Lakers will roll past them, but stranger things have happened, I guess.
2020 has happened.
And finally, to Major League Baseball. I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. They keep collecting all the wins, and they are hitting home runs at a record pace. They just broke the National League record for most home runs in a month with 57 bombs. So, and they don't play today, so they won't play again until tomorrow, which is September 1st. So 57 home runs, a new National League record for the Dodgers, who cannot be stopped right now.
The Dodgers are doing really well.
Let me just say, as the guy who has watched you guys do this for like 4 years in a row, just don't get your hopes up too much, Dodger fans. It hasn't worked out well for you.
2020 may be different.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like 2020 has been, not so great for a lot of different reasons, for a lot of different people, but like the Dodgers, maybe it's like this bizarro world where like everything, okay, the Dodgers are supposed to find a way to lose. Maybe 2020 will act in reverse for the Dodgers, and they're going to find a way in this wacky 2020 to find a way to win the World Series for the first time since '88.
We love abuse.
I'm seeing a lot of setting up for heartbreak here, boys.
He feels it. I'm sure he is correct. Real quickly before you give him your stuff, Pep, I just wanted to say that the late, great John Thompson, the old Georgetown coach, he passed away. That's something that we just found out, too.
Oh, did he really? Yeah, longtime Georgetown Hoyas coach. He coached all those great centers, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, just to name a few. Yeah, he is a...
Allen Iverson.
Iverson.
There's a video of Iverson going viral today of when he went to the Hall of Fame and getting real emotional talking about that coach.
Thanking John Thompson for saving his life. It is very cool. I had to slip that in, Pep. Tell me how to get your stuff.
It's Inland Sports, everybody. You can check it out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We got the YouTube channel. That's Inland Sports on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button for us.
Thanks, Pep.